Hi everyone, thanks so much for buying the Pappardelle beef Shin Ragu pasta kit. Basically it's a ready meal in under 5 minutes. It could even be 3 minutes. So I'm going to do a short demo of the processes, but just before we get going I'm going to give you some tips that are going to help you out, because otherwise you might flap and there might be a bit of a panic. First and foremost, your pasta kit. You're going to have the beef Shin Ragu, you've got some parmesan, you've got some butter, and of course you've got the pappardelle. Get your pappardelle out of the package and just make sure none of it's stuck together, because that's going to stitch you up later on. And just take your lids off, right? Because trust me, in a bit when you're cooking, you don't want to have to worry about getting all that stuff done, because pasta waits for no one. So you need 2 pots on, one for your water, and the volume of water is about 5 times the amount of pasta that you'll be cooking. In here, for a pot this size, is about 2 litres. And then you need another pot on for your ragu that's going to be big enough for the ragu and the pasta that's going to go into it. Now, one thing that I always find that people don't do at home is season the pasta water enough. So it's about a handful of fine sea salt. It's about 30 grams, okay? Now don't worry, most of that's going to go down the drain when you're finished, but what you will find is that it's going to season the pasta perfectly. So utensils are going to help you out through this process. So really a ladle is going to be your friend, okay? Because later on when you're going to be ladling some of this pasta water into your sauce, it's the easiest thing. But don't worry, if you don't have that, a metal spoon or a big tablespoon is going to do the job. Tongs. They will really be your friend if you've got a pair, because when you're getting into the strands of the pasta, you'll be able to get it out nice and easily to put it onto the plate. If you don't have some tongs, again, don't worry, just use a fork and a spoon, and just in you go and then onto the plate. And then when it comes to tossing the pasta with the sauce, you'll see me doing it like chefs do it, and if you can't do it like that, then a wooden spoon is going to be good to work it round. The reason a wooden spoon is that it won't break up the pasta. A metal spoon will end up breaking those beautiful strands. So guys, work with me here, a bit of role play. Imagine this big pot here is your sink at home. It is so important that you keep hold of your pasta water. It is the secret to making amazing pasta. So put a bowl into your sink, put your colander on top, and so when you strain your pasta later on, you're going to collect all that pasta water, and that, I promise you, is going to make all the difference. So my friends, it's time to cook. Your ragu is going to take longer to heat up than your pappardelle is going to take to cook. So get that ready first. I've got it on the heat, it's a medium heat. I'm going to go a ladle of this seasoned pasta water. That's about 60 mils if you haven't got a ladle. It's a big, a few tablespoons, but look, Frankie, come in, that's about that much water. It's turned a bit soupy, but you'll see in a minute that that's going to turn into a really sexy, unctuous sauce. Get your butter and put that in now as well, okay? Like that. Now just give that 2 minutes or so, and you'll see that all melts together, and I'll show you in a moment. In 2 minutes, the ragu has now turned into a beautiful unctuous sauce. I've got my rolling boil happening. You need a rolling boil, okay? Because otherwise the pasta won't cook properly. So we're going to be ready to go. This is all going to move quite quickly. So you need, whoever you're cooking for, bums on seats. You need hot plates, and then we're ready to go. Are you ready? It's time for the pasta to go in. Make sure it's not all clumped together. In it goes. Just give it a little stir around, just to make sure that it's loose and it's moving around and it's free. If it froths up, guys, all right, sometimes it does because of the flour that's in there, all right, and you'll see it starts rising and rising, and that can freak you out. All you got to do, nice and easy, put 2 utensils in, it will bring the temperature down. 60 seconds, all right? Okay, 60 seconds is up. Into your sink. Remember, you've got a bowl underneath this colander because you need to collect all that pasta water. All right. Strain it off. A little shake. You've got your ragu nice and warm. Happy days. In we go. Okay, so now is the bit that we start working the pasta with the ragu. So you can do it with the wooden spoon, as I said, or as we do in the restaurant, we start to toss it like this. Okay? So you've got your butter in there. You've got your pasta. You've got your ragu. Okay, so in here, I've collected the pasta water that I keep talking about. A little ladle in, okay? Remember, you can't leave it in here for too long because you've had 60 seconds in the water. You now got the hot ragu, the hot pasta. You're ladling in some more hot pasta water. you can overcook the pasta at this stage, and that would be a disaster. So look, it's coming together nicely. I'm going to give it like 20 more seconds of vigorously tossing in the pan. I'll turn that heat off, but that's looking good. At this stage, we're almost there. We've probably been in here, what, 60 seconds, 90 seconds? It's time to plate the food. You better have those bums on seats because it's ready to eat, because pasta will wait for no one. We're gonna go, in the strand there. And this is where the tongs, as I said to you, is your friend, okay? A lot easier to plate this way. If not, get your spoon and your fork into there. A little bit more there, nice even amounts. All that ragu wrapped around that beautiful pasta. That's what you want. You don't want the sauce on top of the pasta in those like in those mafia movies. Just like that. So if you look at it and you're a little bit like, well, I know which one I want that one. Well, you just put a little bit of ragu onto there. We're all friends. And so there we are. And then we're just going to finish with a little bit of cheese. Okay. So sprinkle it in and sprinkle it in. And there you have it. You have the pappardelle with beef shin ragu in your kitchen.